What's good, you guys? It's your boy, the Urban Archer, coming at you guys with another video. So today, guys, I got a really cool video for you. I'm going to be doing a box opening on a B3 archery site, guys. This site is going to be the site that I decided to use for my 3D setup, as well as my indoor target setup for the TRX 38G2 that I just purchased. If you looked at my last video, you'll see that I went to Lancaster Archery Supply and I purchased the TRX 38G2, and I also purchased all the accessories that I need to outfit that bow for 3D as well as indoor. So this is the site I chose, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up for the first time for you guys. I haven't really looked at it since I purchased it in the store, just waiting for this opportunity to bring you guys along with me. So check this thing out. This is the B3 archery site, and B3 Archery is a really cool company. I don't know if you guys know about them, but they make sights and they make scope housing and they make releases, amongst other things. I purchased the Ranger release as well as a index release, should I say, from them recently, and I like their stuff. So I researched really hard on their sites and I saw this thing and I really wanted it, so I purchased it, guys. So let's open this thing up. So before I crack this thing open, I want y'all to see that I'm almost brushing over the first real perk of having a B3 archery site, and that is the case, guys. Having a case is so valuable, because I'm going to tell you guys, when y'all are spending this kind of money on something, y'all want to be able to have the protection of it. You don't want to be able to store it and then you go get it later on, it's all banged up or scratched up or whatever, or you can't use it because it got damaged in some kind of way. So having a case is like the first absolute perk if you're purchasing stuff with this kind of money. So let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Okie dokie. As you guys can see, it is the exact site, the target site from B3 Archery, and isn't she a beaut? So let me tell you guys, the thing with B3 Archery is adjustability. They're all about adjustability with that company. They love to make adjustable items, and they love to make items that you know, have a lot of travel and a lot of movement in them for guys who like to shoot like longer yardages and stuff like that. So guys who like to side out to 70, 80, 90, even 100 yards and stuff like that. They like to make target sites and things for people of that nature, and this thing fit me perfectly. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let's go over it. So this is the exact target site. And the main reason why I brought this site is, like I said, B3 is about adjustability. And with this site, you have so much adjustability. So let's start at the back end here. You've got an 8-inch dovetail on this thing. And then you've got an adjustable mount for it, which has like a little clip that fits into each one of these little grooves. And what that allows you to do is move this sight closer and further away from your bow for your sight picture, and it allows you to be like really secure in your movements. Each movement is going to be a definite steady percentage from the last movement. Each one, you know, it's going to be an even movement. And once you find that thing, you can lock this down, which is really easy. The movement on this is real smooth. You could tell these guys spend a lot of time putting these things together because all the action in them are really smooth. You can lock it down there and you're good, but then they also put a locking screw here as well that you can lock it down with, and that allows you to lock it down even further. It also allows you to be able to remove this sight from your bow real easily. As you can see, if you screw that sucker out like that, you can take it right off your bow. And if you don't like to store your bow with your sight on it, it's really cool to have that. And look at that, guys. I mean, when you completely unscrew it, look how smooth that is. I mean, the machining on this stuff is really cool. It's really good machining. Let's move up. So after you get off the dovetail area here, then you have these screws, which is your third axis adjustment. Basically you have a set screw on one side, and you have these two other screws, and by loosening up the screws and pushing your set screw in and out, you can adjust your third axis and pivot the whole sight, your whole body left to right that way in order for your sight to adjust on the third axis. You have your second and your first axis adjustments with these two screws here, as well as these two screws here on the back of the dovetail connecting to the actual body itself. You have micro adjustments in your gear with your windage wheel, and you have that audible click. Y'all hear that click? That's really cool. It just gives you that extra confirmation that you're actually getting that movement in your sight. You have each one of these clicks that you hear is less than a thousandth of a movement. So that's something else that B3 does really cool. Is their adjustability and the sensitivity of their adjustments is just like, you know, not very many sites are out there doing less than a thousandth of an inch. I don't know of any other ones that do that. There might be, but I'm not aware of any of them. You also have adjustable knobs on the side for the basically like the tension in your knob just for gear lash. So by adjusting this knob here left or right, you can decide on how stiff or how loose this knob is, or how hard it is to turn rather. And by you doing that, it makes it, you know, by you twisting it in and making this knob harder to turn, it just makes the adjustment even more sensitive. It makes it even more movement for each click. So that's definitely something that's really valuable in a target sight. It also allows you to lock that thing down and know that that's not going to really move. So what you can do is you can loosen that thing up and you can make your adjustments, and then once you get it where you want it to, you can just lock that down really hard, bam, and then you got that, and that's it's not going nowhere. And that you have that on the front too for your windage. You have micro windage adjustment left and right here, and you can tighten that up for your sensitivity on your gear lash, making it a little stiffer and harder to turn. I mean, it's just a really cool system. They have 12 sight scales that come with it. When you buy this sight, it comes with the number 7 already installed on there. It has a metal sight pin. This sight pin has a lot of adjustability unto itself. Like you literally can move this sight pin up and down. You see with this screw right here, you can flip it over and have the sight pin coming from the bottom out that way. You also have an adjustable pin right there where you can push that pin further out or back. It just depends on what kind of look you're going for. But I like the fact that it has these metal scales on the side of them, so you don't have to worry about them getting messed up when they get rained on, weather, anything like that. I mean, these metal sight scales are like laser engraved, and they're you know, not easy to mess up. On the other side though, they give you a blank scale for all of your other stick-on scales, as well as your computer generated scales that you might make for yourself. So that's really cool that they give you a space to make your own scale, so you can actually flip that thing over. You can take this and put it to the other side, and basically use it that way, and that's really cool as well. Basically, this is just all around a really cool site. I saw this thing on YouTube. It really piqued my interest. I went and checked it out, and saw it for myself. The feel of it in your hand, guys, when you pick this thing up and you feel it, you know it's quality. I mean, it just feels solid. I mean, the weight of it, the quality, it's not extra heavy, but it's not stupid light, so it doesn't feel really cheap. It just feels really good machine quality. It's very stiff, very rigid, and B3 just makes really good quality stuff, guys. So if you get a chance to check this thing out, check it out. If you get a chance to purchase it, I recommend it. This is going to be the site that I'm going to use for all of the stuff that I do this year, all my ASA 3D stuff, so the IBO stuff I'm going to shoot, all the indoor stuff, everything that I'm going to do, I'm going to be having this particular target site, and I'm going to be running this target site on there. All right, you guys, so that was the exact target site from B3 Archery. Can't wait to run it. Definitely looking forward to it. So if you like the content, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I highly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Hit me up in the comment section, guys. I'd like to hear from you. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you feel about some of these videos, and I'll get back with you guys as soon as I can. Stay tuned for the actual scope housing video, the actual scope housing that I'm going to be running on this site for my 3D and indoor setup, and I'll be showing that one, so it'll be coming up real soon. And as always, guys, keep on getting up, breathing that fresh air, and deciding that you're going to be the best person that you can be. Keep on pushing for your goals. Keep on driving for everything that you want to do. Don't ever let anything stop you. Keep on being everything that you see that yourself could possibly be. Not because I say so, but because it is the right thing to do. Urban Archer, signing out.